Hi, just watching Siobhan and welcome to my first TBR for 2020. It's my January TBR. This month I stupidly have decided to read 9 full-length novels, a manga and 2 graphic novels. Don't know why I've done this to myself. I do this every time, but it's fine. But first I'm going to go over the 2 books that will be for week 5 of the magical readathon that G over at Bookroost is doing. It's the last week. I got 3 prompts this time, but one of the prompts I can complete before the year is out, so it won't count for this TBR. But the other 2, I'm going to wait until like the 1st of January to start, hopefully. The first one was to read a book that has like a bird or feathers or something with wings on it, and I'm hoping this counts. I'm gonna read Death Note Volume 5, and it's on here. You can see there's like this skull thing in the background on the case that holds the all-in-one edition, and it has wings. So I'm really hoping that this counts, because I can't for the life of me find anything else that I want to read right now that has wings or feathers or a bird on it. So I'm really hoping that this counts. The actual cover for the individual volume of number 5 does not, but the case for the all-in-one does. So I'm really hoping I can get away with that. The other one is the first volume of the Walking Dead graphic novels. This is the massive compendium, the first one. Basically it was to read a book that starts with R, and I don't have any books that start with an R. That's not like halfway through a series or even part of a series that I've like even started yet. The only R book that I can read, I already read this year. So I was speaking to Steph over at Steph Loves. I did tweet the magical reads on Twitter, but I haven't got a response, so I've decided just to go ahead and just film the TBR video, and hopefully this will count, because this is the best I can do. I'm gonna go with the author's name, and his name is Robert Kirkman, so it is an R for Robert. So I'm really hoping that that's gonna work, because that's the only thing I can think of. Steph said try for an author's name, so I do have Robert Kirkman, and I was hoping to read this month anyway, so I don't know why I can't say his name. It's so funny. But yeah, I'm going to try and read volume 1. The next thing I want to go over is buddy reads. In Steph's video you will have seen that I will be buddy reading Capturing the Devil by Kerry Maniscalco, because we've been buddy reading all but the first book in the series. Or we'd both read the first one before we like came in contact or whatever and started reading the other books. But we have buddy read from the second one onwards, and we're going to buddy read the last one. I don't have it right now. I have ordered it off Amazon, and it should be here like the end of next week. Beginning of the week after, I'm like hoping that it will. The other buddy read we'll be doing is First to Die by James Patterson. This is the first book in the Women's Murder Club series. I have read this, but it's the only one of the series I've read, but it was probably like 2 or so years ago that I read this. I don't remember much of it, or like the main plot at least. So we've already split it up and we've got it tabbed ready to go. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one so much. Yeah, we're hoping to try and find like another series that we both are gonna love. And because this is currently actually 19 books long and probably still going, it's gonna keep us going for quite a while. I think that's all the buddy reads that we've decided, like at least so far anyway. So and then the next thing is book club books. The middle grade monthly book is Girl Who Stole an Elephant. I cannot remember the author's name, but it will be on screen. Um, I have pre-ordered it. It should be here. I think it gets released on the 2nd of January, so it'll be here soon. Next one is Steph's own book club that she created, the Contemporary Book Club. I was going to participate, but I can't actually get my hands on the January book club pick. I think it's Get a Life chart. Is it Chloe Brown? I think it's Get a Life Chloe Brown or something like that. I can't actually get my hands on it. It is on Scrib, but it's not available in the UK, unfortunately. So, and I can't get it in my library. It's not even on there. So I really don't want to spend like more money on books that, I don't know. So yeah, I can't unfortunately get my hands on that one. I think that's all the main things that I need to go over, like book clubs, buddy reads, stuff like that. And then the rest are just like whatever I feel like reading or I want to get to that is a part of my Around the Year 52 Books challenge. I will link that TBR video in the description also if you're interested. The first is probably volume 2 of The Walking Dead, of course. I'm going to try and get to the first 2 volumes of this, because I think both of the volumes are on my Around the Year 52 Books challenge, I think. Next is another James Patterson. This is like number 8 or number 9 or something in the Alex Cross series. The Big Bad Wolf by James Patterson. There you go. I did start reading this for a readathon. I got to chapter 7, which is not far from James Patterson because the chapters are really short. But I'm gonna start over and start again. The next James Patterson book, I think I only have 3 on this TBR, I think. Is Never Never by James Patterson. This is the first in the Detective Harriet Blue series. I think there's 3 out so far, or there's a 4th coming or something like that. I don't know if the other ones, yeah, there's 50-50 up here, and Liar Liar is on my hardback shelf down there. So hopefully this is going to be good. I get to meet a new, different detective. Next was also on Steph's TBR. I was going to put it on, but I wasn't sure because I think I'm pushing my luck with just the amount that I already have. But I said it just to put it on anyway, just in case. But it's Die Trying by Lee Child. I did read Killing Floor last year for, I think it was Tome Topple, round 8 or something. But I'm gonna go for Die Trying, next one. Next is Talking with Psychopaths and Savages by Christopher Benny D. This is non-fiction. Earlier this year I read Talking with Serial Killers, and I really quite enjoyed it, and it's quite short, so I should get through it no problem. It has quite nasty serial killers and stuff in here. He actually talks with the psychopaths and serial killers. He has interviews with them and then writes books on them, so it's interesting. Next is The Harrowing by Alexandra Sokoloff. I don't know if that's how you say that. This is a horror, I think. I read this when I was probably 15, 16 or something. It was a long time ago. Over 10 years ago I read this. And I just not long found it again, because it went missing, but then I found it. I just want to reread it, but it's part of my Around the Year 52 Books challenge. I think pretty much all of these are, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, I thought I'd throw in a little bit of horror. Actually, I think this is also considered technically a horror, but it's Heart-Shaped Box by Joe Hill. I was supposed to read this in 2019. Didn't get to it. Yeah, I read Nosferatu this year, and I really quite enjoyed it. I like the way he writes, so I'm hoping that this is going to be just as good, because I know that it's a lot of people's favourite of his, so I'm really hoping that I'm gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I've been dying to read it for ages. I think that is all of the books I need to go over. Yeah, I think so. Sorry if you see me looking down. It's just my notebook that I've got all my stuff with information. Um, but if there is anything else that I do end up picking up, you will see it in my vlogs, of course, my weekly vlogs. I think that's all I need to say. Yeah, I think so. I hope you enjoyed my Goodreads tour on Instagram or in the description, along with anyone else or anything else that I've mentioned will also be in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.